Every 98 seconds, an American is sexually assaulted. 73% of sexual assaults were perpetrated by someone the victim knew. 13% of sexual assaults, 30% of women report PTSD, 9% of sexual assault, 1 in 3 women has been 55% of sexual assaults were perpetrated by someone they know. This is the real deal. This is me. This is my truth. My name is Tamara Savitan. Everybody calls me RARA. I was sexually assaulted. It's been really hard on me. And I'm here to share with you my story. Yeah.
I am flesh, bones, I am skin, soul, I am human, nothing more than human.
It's been really hard on me.
I am sweat, flaws, I am veins, scars.
My intuition told me to not be alone with him. And it just so happened we ended up... I wasn't even planning on hanging out with this guy. You know, we were in a group setting. This is somebody that I've known for 13 years. Somebody that I used to be in a relationship with and haven't had any physical relationship, any physical contact in over a decade. I was in LA hanging out with my friends, we were catching up, hey, you know, reminiscing about the good old days. We're just in this group setting and at this bar, and I had one drink, and I think we all met up like around 10:30. My girl that I was staying with while I was visiting, she was tired and ready to go home. I think the bar closed like at midnight, and I was starving. I wanted to get something to eat. He said that, you know, he's like, oh, let's go grab something to eat and I'll take you back to your girl's house. And I was like, cool. You know, by this time we all hung out, we have good energy, everything is good. What I didn't know is that prior to him meeting up, he was drinking. He had already drank. And I didn't know that. I mean, he drove perfectly fine, you know. So after we got something to eat, I remember getting into his car. You know, the scent of cigarette smoke. You know, these are some things that I feel like will never forget. I remember us passing the street my girl lives on. And I was like, you just passed the street. And he was like, no, we're gonna go to my house. We're gonna cuddle. And I was like, no, we're not. Absolutely not. We're not gonna cuddle. He just kept driving. And the farther he kept driving away from my girl's house, I started to get anxiety. I remember being at a stoplight and contemplating whether I should get out the car, hide behind a bush, and Uber it back to my girl's house. And I just put my hand on my chest. I was having a panic attack, anxiety. please just take me back to my girl's house. He had this little smirk on his face. You know, he's like, okay, I'll take you back, because I think he's seen the anxiety that I was having. I was scared, as I felt that before. I felt scared. You know, it brings me back to my girl's place. You know, we were in the car and I was about ready to, hey, thank you for dinner. You know, he's like, no, wait, let's just hang out. Let's just talk a little bit more. Why didn't I listen to my intuition? My intuition told me to not be alone with this guy. I knew it. But sure enough, I stayed there and was talking to him, and you know, he came to kiss me and I like moved away. And I think at this point it was like, okay, if I kiss him back, I can go back into the house. You know, kind of how it all started. There's nothing more disturbing than knowing in your heart and in your soul that this is not something that you want. Yet you're frozen and you're shocked and you feel obligated to just be there and sit through an experience that you just don't want. And your body is responding in a way that your mind, your body, and your soul is like, you know, you don't want this. I don't want this. I didn't want any of that. From the gate, from the minute we got in the car, I did not want any of that. I said no, but it was this forcefulness. The forcefulness of it, your body. You know, he was just so forceful that my necklace broke off in the car. Your heart and your soul is ripped into pieces. But it's like, you contemplate, like, why me? Why me? Someone who is filled with love and light, exudes positivity. Why me? I didn't deserve that. I didn't deserve any of that, you know? I didn't want any of that. I said no from the gate. There was nothing in that whole experience that would tell anybody that I wanted that. You know, I think one thing with me is like, I always give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, I see love in everybody. We all have that love and that light, and I really wanted that. I really wanted to see that in him, you know?
Hi, my name is Ariane Sigatan. I'm RARA's sister.
My name is Darlene, also known as Dee. I am the sister cousin of RARA.
I am her older sister, so as the oldest, I just want to look out for my younger siblings and my brother included, but my sister and I are really close.
And when she first came to me, she was coming home, and it had just happened the day before when she was assaulted, and I just couldn't believe it. I just thought, no, we're at this age where that stuff, people are smart enough, and that doesn't happen. You know, maybe when we're young and we're kids and we're in high school or we're in college or at college parties, that's where we see it, that's where it happens. You never think that, you know, you never think that it's somebody you know.
When she came home, she says, hey, I need to talk to you about something. And I said, okay, what's going on? And it was just the two of us. We were at home, it was quiet, and she was sharing me her story. The more I asked questions, the more she told me, and the more I understood about the depth of the situation. But it wasn't until the aftermath that I really found out how this really affected her and how it affected the dynamic within our family and at the house.
It's been hard, and the aftermath for her has been, she's just different. She's not the same person. She zones out a lot, and that's what's hard, because she's so bubbly and energetic, and it's just not the same cousin and person that I know, and I go to her for everything because she's like my rock too.
Over a course of time, I realized that her mannerisms have changed. She didn't want to hang out with me, she didn't want to get out of the house, she didn't even want to go to the car with me. After understanding her situation, she finally told me that she wanted to press charges. I was like, good, you should want to. And she felt empowered after she did it.
One thing that's important in my journey right now is knowing that I'm not the same person that I was a year ago. I'm not the same person that I was 6 months ago. I'm not the same person that a month ago, 2 weeks ago, 5 minutes ago. I'm constantly changing and growing. We all are, all the time. And I may not be that same person that I was back then. I'm growing to become a better version of me. Granted, this is a huge obstacle. I'm facing adversity right now, but I know that I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get to where I need to be. And it's with the help of God, first and foremost, prayer, and my friends and my family especially, for being my rocks and helping me get through this journey of mine. I don't know what I would do without them. I don't. And I'm so grateful.
You shout hello, but I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much.
So RARA Rocks is a campaign that I've created to spread awareness for sexual assault and also domestic violence. They are these Speak of Gratitude rocks that exude healing energy. These rocks are painted with positive affirmations, with ribbons on them, with hearts. I mean, you name it, anything that is artistic in painting, creative, healing energy.
I feel like I'm getting glimpses of my sister back. She before didn't really talk as much, and now she's being more boisterous, and she wants people to hear her story, and she wants people to understand what she's going through, and that it's hard, and that bad things happen, but you have to live your life beyond that.
That's where the RARA Rocks is coming in, that they're just, they're telling people that you need to speak up and say something. And if you decide not to, maybe you're helping somebody else, something that you went through and how you got over it and how you got through it. And that's, you could be somebody's rock.
Cut me down, but it's you who have further to fall. Ghost town, haunted love. Raise your voice, but sticks and stones may break my bones. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, ricochet, take your aim. Fire away. Shoot me down, where I fall. I'm
Please share my story. If you feel any type of human connection share it. If you feel like there are people out there that needs to hear my story, share it. If you feel anything that exudes healing and positive energy, please share my story. I really want to reach out to our community, our country, and the world.